Honestly, I got tired of fighting Islam too. But anyway, do you ever notice that some people in real life, I noticed this about, um, they're like animalistic in a way where they'll mark everything they do in a day. Like, some people complain, they'll piss and moan. It's almost like they mark up their territory with this weird inverted estrogen. And every time they come out, they're like, this is my personality, this is me. And, they smell up their territory and they're like, these things I won't tolerate, and then they like turn into an animalistic beast. You ever notice people like that? And I don't know. I just have these thoughts sometimes because I'll think like the mind is like a square. People have a mind. It's like a square that they go around. It's like a habitation, and they'll mark certain spots out. They'll be like that. Well, people make like chewing noises or something, or maybe some people the way I talk or the way I sound, or even to myself. I used to have like the way my voice sounds. I would mark that in my brain. I'd go around, I would live by that. Almost like some weird animal in the wilderness. And then females, like my mom, could be like really dramatic when there's nothing going on. She's just overly dramatic to try and like lure other men into her territory so she can like mate with them and get them to fucking fight each other and shit. It's just real fucking weird. Some people are like that. They're really fucking, in psychology, they don't explore things like that. And then, if I say something like this, then by now I almost expect it to come out there. And for somebody to be like, I'll see like a science article next week on this. Like your mind is like an animal in the wilderness, and some people, there's beasts. There's tyrannical beasts. There's wolves too. There's wolves out there. That's kind of what got me thinking. It's because sometimes they'll do like a scenario like that in the wilderness. So the wilderness mind is like a person that's in bewilderment, or they're kind of like lost. Like I used to think I was like found, but I realize now like I was lost because I didn't know where I was in my mind. I would literally have all these tracks marked out, and my mind would like blow up with these bombs. Like, oh my God, I'm walking outside with no shirt. I would be like self-conscious a long time ago. Now I'm just like, whatever, I don't think anything of it. Weird stuff like that. And, that's how my mind would be. And that's what I mean by kind of like some people's, a secondary mind. It can be like flat like that. Almost like there's not even an atmosphere, and, even then there's probably a firmament above even that mind, like a moon or something, so it's like a dark place. And then the animals, they go around in the bushes and stuff, they sneak around. People try to hide that in their mind to be like, I'm not like that. Especially like a narcissist, someone, I have like narcissists in my family, and that's what they do. And then they'll be like, no, no, no. They say no a lot. It's kind of like you could do a lot with the no that they don't want to use. That's, I guess, that's what they don't realize. Because, well, you got to get out of the trap somehow. So if they're telling you no and all you have to use is no, you got to use that. Especially if, you're wanting to say no to them and they're not letting you. You got to find a resource and a way to use that no in some other way. And then come back later and be like, I used up all your no while you were in a coma off to the side, talking about you're not a narcissist or whatever. Then you don't even have to worry about them. It's like, I don't have to worry about those people. You learn kind of how the ecosystem works. That's what they're trying to describe everything out there. It's our science monopoly psychological ecosystem, which really hasn't allowed me to have an identity or free speech. And that's what they claim. Oh, he was being oppressive, not allowing us to have an identity. Yeah, it was just all about him, the great I am. and a piece of silver, the language backwards even. That's a whole other topic.